Hey guys, John Di Lemme here, the founder of Conservative Business Journal and host of the CBJ Real News Podcast Show. We have a great show for you this evening, and I'll be reporting from two news articles that we published on the Conservative Business Journal. One being truckers fight back, thousands of Canadian freedom truckers and civilians protest vaccine mandate. This is a warning what's going to happen all around the country and all around the world. And also an article we just published today. Mandatory vaccinations for Team USA Olympic athletes. Who would have ever thought on God's good green earth that I would be saying that on a show? Mandatory vaccinations for Team USA Olympic athletes. Absolutely brutal that there is mandatory vaccinations for Team USA Olympic athletes. And, you know, today's show is titled The Sound of a Trucker's Horn. Why does it mean freedom? And I've been interviewed on a lot of radio shows, and obviously many of you know the Christian Broadcast Network, the CBN News one went viral, and I'm on 4 interviews tomorrow. I'll actually be on Sheriff Mack's show live tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, so watch for the announcement of that. And so make sure you guys follow me on Telegram at CBJ Real News and CloutHub, CLOUTHUB.com, CloutHub.com. That's CBJ Real News, and the same for Rumble. At CBJ Real News is our channel. And then make sure you're in our email database. And you can do that by visiting our main website, conservativebusinessjournal.com, and simply submit your email where you will see for more real news and put your email in. Because we'll keep you updated on all these interviews and all these shows I'm on, because the bottom line is what the truckers is proving. It's proving people have had enough. It's proving that one person said to themselves, a trucker woke up one morning and said, you know what? I've had it. Enough is enough. It's time to take a stand against this authoritarian communist control. And then one person spoke to another person, another trucker, and they both felt the same way. And before they know it, tens of thousands of people made a decision to step up, step out, and do something that's going to have a long-term effect, because it's a revolution. And I said that I said it's going to be a point where this trucker's horn is the sound of freedom. I actually put an app on my phone, and every time you hear this trucker's horn, it's kind of like the shofar from the Bible. Pretty awesome, isn't it? Shofar. What do you say? Oh, and what was that? Yeah, no, and when you listen to all these different horns of the trucks, these are people that have made a decision to take a public declaration and an outward statement that enough is enough. And I believe many of you have to make a decision in your own life and ask yourself, what am I doing today as a patriot? All of you know, and I see the great Pastor Stacy Shiflin. Pastor Stacy, we love you, brother. Been on my show numerous times. Was a featured speaker at our We the People Fight Back event. Amazing message. And he's out there. All of you know, he ripped up the cease and desist order. He made a public declaration. We're going to do this God's way. And I believe all of you have to ask yourself a question. What am I doing today as a patriot? And all of you know that we all got a gift at our event, and these shirts are available on our marketplace, on a conservative marketplace. And on the back of the shirt, it says Patriot. Yesterday, my wife, Christy, had somebody in Walmart. 2 people track her down going, I love that shirt. And we sent them to the conservative marketplace. And the word Patriot, I did a whole show about it. It's on our podcast platform. And I broke down what those letters meant and mean in the acronym perspective. And a letter O means obvious, which means easily seen. There's no question. I mean, there is tens of thousands of truckers out there right now. And when these horns blow, it's awesome, isn't it? And of course, all they show in the fake news is one moron wearing a mask in Canada where it's 20 degrees and sometimes below zero, standing outside going, oh, and that's why I'm talking about the horns tonight, is that they go, well, the noise is upsetting us and hurting us. What about the economic shutdowns, the lockdowns, the quarantines, the destruction, the Fidel Castro Jr., which is Trudeau. That's Fidel Castro. That's Fidel Castro's son, by the way, and we'll talk about that tonight. What about the complete communistic control? What about Pastor R. Pawlowski, who was arrested numerous times in Canada, who's been on my show numerous times? He's a great friend of mine. I'll be making an announcement about Pastor R. Pawlowski coming up here this week, a major announcement. So when you look at this, you say to yourself, what this horn has to do with freedom is they made a decision to take a stand. They said to themselves, enough is enough. And you have to ask yourself a question in your own life. Where must you say enough is enough? Where must you make that expression? You know, a warrior sound. To me, it's a warrior sound. It's a sound of freedom. It's a sound of people coming together, that there's we the people fighting back. There's no protest. I mean, there's no fighting. There's no looting. There's no screaming. There's no yelling. There's no robbing. There's no stabbing. There's no destruction of property. There are just people who made a public declaration to say enough is enough as truckers. And it's so powerful. So I want this show tonight to inspire you. And what I want to do is I want to kick off the show tonight, even before we get to the article we published. Remember, we watch the local news here, right, Christy? Yeah. And all you see on the local news is, oh, it's loud. It's blocking our neighborhoods. I wish they'd go home. They pick two idiots and have two morons. The Karens. I mean, you're wearing a mask outside in Canada. It's 20 degrees out or below zero. You got to be a real dope. What is that doing? What is a face diaper going to do in frigid weather in Canada? Meanwhile, the economic suffocation of that country. Remember, we went through suffocation here at the Conservative Business Journal when they demonetized us on Google, shut down our YouTube channel for life, banned us on LinkedIn, banned us on TikTok, shadow banned us everywhere else. And thank God for the supporters. Thank God for discernment that God gave me. Like Solomon prayed to God, give me discernment. Don't give me socialism check. Give me discernment. And God gave me the vision of conservativemarketplace.com. Make sure all of you visit conservativemarketplace.com, shop around, take a look at everything we have on there. We got it. Now we just introduced, and I want to congratulate Annette from South Carolina. She picked up the new pet patriotic bandana for patriotic pet. We have pet accessories now, patriotic bow tie, patriotic bandana. You have a pet, make your pet look patriotic, grab a hold of the bandana and the bow tie and shop around there. And that came out of the problem. And all these interviews that I've been on, I'll be on 4 more interviews tomorrow. I was on 2 today, and I talk about big problem, big opportunity. Huge, big problem in Canada. Out of it, who would have thought just 2 months ago we'd be talking about 55,000 truckers controlling Canada and inspiring, giving people the courage all around the country, in America, in Spain. Guys, you have to group up. You have to be around. That's the whole theme of We the People Fight Back. That's the whole theme of We the People Fight Back. It's not we the influencer, not we the big name speaker. It's we the people fight back in our own daily actions. So important. What I want to do is I want to show her a 90-second clip of a truck driver, of a female truck driver who's one of the initial truck drivers, and she gives a great breakdown of why they're doing what they're doing and who they are. And I want all you to really take this to heart. Ask yourself a question. Would you do, if you were her, would you do it? Are you stepping out? Here we go.
Of government in Canada to end all COVID mandates and restrictions. We will continue our protest until we see a clear plan for their elimination. Premier Scott Moe of Saskatchewan has taken leadership in Canada in ending restrictions and mandates in that province. Hopefully, these words will turn into long-lasting action. So far, no one from the federal, provincial, or municipal government has spoken directly with us. Instead, they are using you, the media, to portray us as racists, misogynists, and even terrorists. As a woman with Métis heritage...
You know, once again, the normal nonsense. Look, all you idiots in the media. I own a media company, so I'm going to call you an idiot. You're a complete idiot. You're calling this woman who's a truck driver misogynist and a racist and a terrorist. It's just, look, stop embarrassing yourself. Like Local 25 News here in West Palm Beach, Florida. Anytime you want to come on my show and debate what's really going on in Canada, let's have a conversation. Right, Christy? Let's really have a conversation. Look, you're in the media, so am I. The difference is I own my media company. Those are getting hosts. Those of you that actually report, you hold up that microphone and you report that, get a heart. What if this was your mother, your sister, your aunt? your niece, your grandmother. I don't think she's old enough to be a grandmother. But just understand it. I mean, understand what's going. This is Canada. They said enough is enough, and let this show inspire you to say once again. They use the racist crap, the terrorist junk. It's in that to the point where it's just ridiculous. So let's continue with this true patriot champion out of Canada. This young lady talking about what's going on in Canada.
A mother and a grandmother, I am
she's grandmother.
offended. The reality is that members of this freedom movement are average, peace-loving, and law-abiding citizens from all walks of life who are fed up with being disrespected and bullied by our government. We continue to see additional Canadians coming to Ottawa every day for peaceful demonstrations. We want to thank the hundreds of residents of Ottawa who have stepped forward to show their support, providing accommodations, food, and just plain friendship to members of our convoy. This love of community is what Canada is all about.
Awesome.
Let me assure the people of Ottawa that we have no intent to stay one day longer than necessary. Our departure will be based on the Prime Minister doing what is right, ending all mandates and restrictions on our freedoms.
I mean, to me, guys, it says it all. I believe all of you. This is a must show share. This is a show you must share, because if you don't step up and do it yourself, take the masks off, make a decision in your life. You know, it's I was in a radio show in Iowa today. I actually texted the Iowa Mama Bears and told them I'm going to be in a radio show in Iowa. You know, and Iowa's got these beautiful fields out there, right, Christy? Iowa's famous for huge fields. You know, a storm could come through and destroy that field. But pay attention, everyone. Ultimately, that soil in that field has the potential for the seed to grow. That's America. America always has woven through its potential of growth, and out of frustration, dissatisfaction, absolutely comes astronomical opportunity. Look, there's so much fake news. As a reporter standing here in West Palm Beach, Florida, you don't have a clue what a trucker does in Canada. Oh, they're terrorists. They're terrorizing the residents in Canada because of the noise of the horn. We'll get used to it because they ain't stopping. This is the horn sound. They ain't stopping. You know, but I like this when all of a sudden one day, this is my favorite one right here. Here it is. It's number, I think it's number 6. There you go. 6 is the best. Oh yeah. Because one morning there was a trucker who woke up and said, you know what? Today's the day. Today's the day I've had enough. And I believe there's some of you listening to this show now or on the replay. You have to make a personal decision. God is looking for the warriors to say, enough is enough. I'm going to step out and take control, not just comply. When I posted things are brewing because 1 month ago, what if he said there would be 50,000 truckers just going across Canada? Where are we going to be? And I said this last year that I believe 2022 was going to be the year of revolution, not military revolution, but just emotional revolution, personal revolution. That's what's happening. Guys, it is so, so important because the mandates are all about control. A vaccine for a low-strand flu virus. Are you a complete moron? It is a bioweapon. Tommy G, you're awesome, my man. I'm so excited. We're about almost 50% spoken for our We the People, for our Keep the State Red event on Saturday, March 5th. And I'm so excited to be highlighting Tommy G and Lisa's story about how they founded Trump's This Tuesday therapy group. So guys, Saturday, March 5th, we are relaunching our Keep the State Red movements. We did this in 2020 to encourage, empower, bring people together, have a great night of networking, hors d'oeuvres, food, giveaway, little surprise entry point swag bags we give people with just patriotic gifts and support. And we just rally up the troops and encourage you. And we're going to have some great speakers. We got my great friend, Dr. Michael Hunter, who never closes church here. Unbelievable story, Dr. Michael Hunter. And we have Ian Ferrari, superfood athlete, entrepreneur, World War II expert, Dr. Krista, Dr. Betsy, myself, and Frank Valentine, Firearms America owner. So Tommy G, I'm excited. That's Saturday, March 5th. We're going to have a convoy here in Palm Beach Gardens, right? Guys, look, you got to stand up. So allow me to read the article that we published on the Conservative Business Journal. And many of you should share this, because all you see on the fake news is that the convoy is a problem. It's loud, it's intimidating, it's upsetting the residents. What about the economic shutdown? What about you can't leave your house for 21 days? Canada is completely communism, but they ain't going to get away with it. Here we go. Michelle said, I'm going on my 5th month of unpaid leave. It's not easy. They refuse to fire me, calling me an employee. They know they're wrong. It's unbelievable. It's horrible, Michelle. We'll pray for you, but Michelle, look for somewhere locally that's a patriot. Michelle, you're awesome. She's coming out to the Palm Beach Gardens event. You have your tickets. Excellent. I mean, and let me know that I'll make an announcement. Look, anyone here hiring a patriot, who wants to work in a mask-free, vax-free environment. That's how I would run an ad if I had a local retail business. Vax-free, mask-free, patriot company hiring. Go for it. Step out. Get out of your comfort zone. Wow, that kind of sounds like the Freedom Convoy. Do something different. And I can tell you what's going on with me with these interviews. And all of you know my CBN, Christian Broadcast News Network, just went viral because I'm not holding back. I am not holding back on speaking the truth. And I believe we're in the greatest breakthrough season ever in America's history. It is a bioweapon. We are in war. So a weapon, if you have hand grenades, and I've interviewed many people on my podcast, interviewed Austin Benghazi twice, Justin Sheffield, SEAL Team 6, 2018 missions in Afghanistan, Will Chesney, who actually he was a dog handler, one at SEAL Team 6, who went into the Osama bin Laden raid. I mean, I've interviewed over the years in this business many military men and women. Interviewed, what was the wife of the Navy SEAL that was killed? Shar Westfall. Awesome. Interviewed her. So I love the military and its weapons of warfare. And a weapon of warfare from the communists right now is a bioweapon. And all the local news, we have to stomach it every day and watch it, and it's brutal. I would love for local 25 news to come out to the Palm Beach Gardens. I'd love to have a debate. Right there about what's going on, right? I mean, this is where we're at. The convoy has inspired me, has motivated me. You guys, you got to get motivated. Motivated means the incentive to take action. Why are you doing what you're doing? And I take a look at the censorship. We're going to have almost 1,000 people already viewing on Cloud Hub. We might have 25 on Facebook and 20 on Rumble. I got 42,000 subscribers on Rumble. There's 20-something people on. I got 110,000 on Facebook. There's 20 on. I got right now, we're building Cloud Hub. I got 342 subscribers. We've got almost 1,000 views already. If you don't think Google is demonic, wake up. Anything under the Google platform will be censored, especially when you're a high-value target like myself. I ain't pulling back. I ain't never pulling back. I ain't stopping. And I get so wound up. That's why, guys, make sure you follow me in Cloud Hub, CLOUTHUB, cloudhub.com. Follow and subscribe. And the reason why the communist left do not want to hear this, they don't want to hear this show. They don't want this show to be heard, because there was one morning, one truck driver said, enough is enough. Do you understand that? It wasn't all 50,000 did like a conference call and got in a Zoom call. Hey, let's get together. No, it was one person. And I believe listening to this, you could be the one. Why not? Why not be you? We are the fastest growing conservative news outlet out there today, because I will say, let's go Brandon live. I will talk about illegal aliens. I will say it's a bioweapon. I will say the election was stolen and God is going to, John, what's the plan? You can have all these 9,000, 400,000 stuff going on. God's going to move. God's going to expose everybody. So I get really wound up. So allow me to read the article. Truckers fight back. Thousands of Canadian freedom truckers and civilians protest vaccine mandate. Canada recently implemented a proof of vaccine policy. It's Nazi Germany, man. For all cross-border status, leading to the biggest uprising, everyone say uprising, biggest uprising against pandemic authoritarians to date. To date. It's the biggest one to date. There's going to be a bigger one soon. You mark my words. I'm saying to date, but that's as of now. Because a record is made to be broken. Hello. We're in the Olympics. A record is made to be broken. You mark my words. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Freedom Convoy 2022. Take a look at some of the best clips from the Freedom Convoy's journey across Canada, courtesy of. That's why, guys, make sure, and my wife will put it live in the comments right now. But if for those of you want to share this article, get this out to your local news, because the local news media is disgusting on this, aren't they, Christy? It's disgusting the way when something's portrayed. I come from a family of artists, and the word portrait is the past tense of portray. When you portray something, it's a portrayed portrait. The way they portray and project the truckers, you should be disgusted as a journalist. Standing there with your microphone. Imagine if that was your family and you're in Canada. Get ready. They're going to come down your street and beep this horn and jack you up too. I get wound up on this because let me tell you something. This is what America's about. So make sure you guys have this article. If you don't have it, and you guys just go to conservativebusinessjournal.com in the search bar, in the search area, just put truck in. Truck, it will come right up. Guys, you could also call or text 561-847-3467, 561-847-3467, and just text truck and we'll send it to you. Get ready.
Dr. R said, go John, truck horns, Trudeau is a communist dictator.
It's awesome. And Dr. Ira and Peggy Bloomfield coming over from Sarasota, Florida, to the Keep the State Red event in Palm Beach Gardens. So just read again what Ira said, Dr. Ira.
Go John, truck horns. Trudeau is a communist dictator.
Trudeau is a communist dictator. It's awesome. Go truck horns. The truck horns right here. Number 6 is the best. I love so much. Wait a minute. Number 4. It's number 4. Good 4. Take that, the little weasel on 25 News. Well, look, the truckers up in Canada are causing a little controversy, and the horns are a little loud, and people are getting upset. Then they got a guy with a mask on. It's snowing out with a mask on. How do you spot a dope wearing a mask in the snow? You know what you are? A dope. That's what you are, a dope. Ugh. All right, continue reading. This movement was ignited, sparked by Canadian truckers coming together in a 70-kilometer convoy headed to Ottawa, the capital of Canada, to have their voices heard. Wow. Not only is this the largest protest against vaccine mandates, but it's also the largest convoy in recorded history. The previous world record for biggest convoy was 5 miles, along with 480 trucks. The Freedom Convoy smashes this previous record with nearly 50,000 trucks, and it stretches approximately 45 miles long. Most people have no idea this is going on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right, Christy?
Yep.
If you guys look, I challenge all of you, take this news article we published and share it to 10 people you know. Do it through email. If you're on social media, do it through Facebook, Instagram, CloudHub, Telegram. Nobody has any idea this is going on because you watch the local news. They show one truck and they show one sign and they say all they're doing is blocking streets and causing a mess. I mean, to me, it's so disgusting. The news, I lost all respect for the news anyway, because we can debate fake news or not. People can go back and forth with us because you can be a communist, quote unquote, Democrat or Republican. We can debate the election, everything. But this is now blatantly embarrassing the way they're portraying the convoy, right, Christy?
Yeah. Dr. Betsy says, I chose my health and really the health of others over her job.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Dr. Betsy got banned. Got fired. She got censored. Guys, that's why I laugh. That's why I look at all these grifters. I mean, Sabine sent me something today. This moron is doing this thing. This girl's doing this thing and that thing. And then before you know it, they're all grifting. They're sociopaths, not Sabine. Sabine's one of our best friends. Sabine sent me something. Now this person's jumping on the truck stuff. Did you see the text today from Sabine? It's just ridiculous. So this is so important, guys.
Quick shout out to the 1,200 people on CloudHub.
1,200 people on CloudHub. Zuckerberg, your time's over there, kid. Jen Psaki lookalike. It's over. It's over. I got 125,000 followers on Facebook. And you can go back. Ask Justin Sheffield. Ask Pastor Stacy Schiffler. He was on one of my shows and it wasn't censored. We had 19,000 people on live.
Mama said, thank you for all you do. May God bless you and yours always. We love and appreciate you. Hold the line.
Who's that?
Hot Mama.
Hot Mama.
On Rumble.
Hot Mama, you're awesome on Rumble. But guys, this is such, to me, I believe this is such an important show. This is such an important show for all of you. I actually might stay with just the truckers and do the Olympic in another show. Because this, I believe this, I want to keep this whole show the truckers. Why? Because I could see the way you guys are responding to it. I want this to speak to you. I'll cover the Olympic Vaxed a little bit here. We got the article. We published it today. I want to share it. But you got to ask yourself, how can you be your own trucker? How can you make a decision and do something different? This is so important. As I showed the video earlier of that young lady, a trucker, a grandmother. And she's like, look, and of course they're calling her a racist, terrorist. 50,000 trucks. Remember, the longest convoy before was 5 miles. I want to reiterate this because people read stuff, you scan because you're on these phones nonstop. This is an article that must be read around the whole world. The largest convoy ever was 5 miles for trucks in America in the world history. Now it's 50,000 trucks, 45 miles long is a truck's convoy. How huge is that? Yeah. Guys, let that sink in. Were we reporting this a month ago? No, we're not. But God had the plan. When I say God's going to move, God's going to move. There's a trucker who woke up one morning and said, you know what? I'm going to take my big rig and blow the daylights out of those horns. And I'm just going to go to Canada. We just got to get a public. Enough is enough. I'm tired of being controlled. I'm tired of being shackled. I'm tired of being shut down by the government. It's all in my book. Making Happen Great Again. Government overreach. The overreaching government to grab you. Have a grip on you. The word grip is a very strong word. You ever hear people, I'm losing my grip, I lost my grip, and a grip is it's just 5 fingers on a grip, and you lose your grip, you're dead. I lost my grip, I can't hold on. Got a bad grip, I can't hold on. What happens? The government gets a grip on you, and they did for a while, but it took one trucker. Then it went to 50, 45 miles long. Because I remember us being censored. What was I going to do? When it's fake conservatives, I wouldn't say, I heard this 2 weeks ago, some so-called conservative voice wouldn't say, let's go, Brandon. Come out of the closet, man. You are not a conservative. You are a communist. You are a communist. Correct, Christy? Yep. If you do not say, let's go, Brandon, on your supposing an independent conservative voice, you are a communist. Just like Pastor Greg Locke is calling people out in his realm, deliverance of demons. I will deliver demons in the conservative world because I've been doing this for years. And you better be all in, because when you're in active war, you better be all in. I get wound up reading this, and we published it. It's not just Canadian truckers involved in a freedom convoy. Their American brethren have also joined the fight. It's been reported that 675 trucks have come from Georgia, 420 from Colorado, and 650 from South Carolina. And this has grown. This was published a few days ago. Freedom Convoy has gained massive support across Canada, with even those who are vaccinated standing up for the medical freedom of truckers. Despite this enormous support, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has smeared the Freedom Convoy as a small fringe minority. You're looking like an idiot now, Trudeau. I mean, you're looking like an idiot. I mean, a small fringe minority standing there in your compound, looking like Fidel Castro's son, which you are. All right, Christy? I mean, saying that it's a small fringe, because you use the word fringe, because, they do that negatively. Go, well, the outskirts, the fringe, what you're trying to say is the extremists. Like they would call me an extreme right wing. That's what they would call me. An extremist, the fringe conservative. No, I'm a constitutional conservative, and I'll be a guest on Sheriff Mac's show tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. And I'll let you guys know. He'll be interviewing me in his show, and I'll be in a radio show out of Georgia at 9:45 a.m. tomorrow. We have a full packed media day tomorrow. So I get wound up. This is awesome. Trudeau accuses the truckers of not representing Canadians who have been there for each other. What have they been there for? To shut down, to kill each other? Wow. This it gets even crazier with him. Huh. Is a small fringe, I skipped a very important sentence. As a small fringe minority who hold unacceptable views. I can do a whole story on that. unacceptable views. It's unacceptable because it goes against their narrative. It goes against what they want to achieve. It goes against their shutdown mentality. That's all it is. It's unacceptable to them because it doesn't follow the narrative. It doesn't follow their game of global economic control. Let me tell you something. You know who matters? The who don't matter, the HWO, but who matters is truckers. That's who matters. Trudeau accuses the truckers of not representing Canadians who have been there for each other, insinuating that only citizens who have taken the experimental jab have shown empathy throughout the pandemic. Trudeau's statement is absolutely disgusting smear tactic, which is nothing new for Fidel Castro Jr. Right?
Yeah.
While Canadians and Americans were locked in their homes due to government COVID measures, who would have ever thought I would be reading something like this? You're locked in your home because of government. Can everyone realize that? And some of you are still locked in your mind because take your mask off. You got a business, run an ad, hiring for a mask-free, vax-free, patriotic movement. Get ready for 3% Karens to aggravate you. Stand your ground. Like our statement, faith stands and fear runs. My red, white, and blue wristband we have on, which, by the way, we're giving away 2 faith stands, fear run wristbands. All of you received our email to our past customers as an appreciation. And I want to thank, I'll go to commercial break here in a couple minutes. We had a record-breaking day in the conservative marketplace. Everybody wins. The best part about it is those that invest in all our products in the conservative marketplace, we believe in. Every health supplement, I love the patriotic bandana and bow tie for dogs now and cats, right? You want to aggravate the liberal dog park? Put a bow tie on your dog. Go for it. That could be you being a convoy. That could be your horn. See, what's your horn of freedom? Because too many of you cower down to the 3%. Dr. Ira was in a room once when I talked about Conservative Business Journal many, many years ago, and some person said, don't you think you're going to lose clients because of Conservative Business Journal? Think you lost any, Christy? Our schedule is out of control, booked solid. Some of you get so concerned about the Karens. And are Karens controlling you, or is your motive, your why, your ultimate motivation for you controlling you? What is it? What is it? That's why I get so shadow banned and censored, because people don't want to hear this. It's so important, guys. So important. And then to continue reading. Leftist authoritarians hoped to use the pandemic as an opportunity to seize more power from the people and create a new communist utopia, but they have failed. I'll say it again, but it has failed. It is evident with movements like the Freedom Convoy that Canadians and Americans will no longer tolerate liberty-infringing mandates, and a backlash is coming for all liberals in government positions. Guys, this is a must. I got to ask you a question. By a show of hands publicly, how many of you have this article ready to share it? How many of you have this article in your inbox, on your social media platform, on your Telegram? Those of you who are not censored on Facebook, share this. Do your fellow citizen a favor and share it.
And we'll have an update to it tonight. I just have a few updates here when you get ready for them from today and yesterday too.
So we'll have an update for it. And guys, we got to see something. This is how you are part of the media. You are part of the news. And some of you, look, someone needs to hear this tonight. You're going to have your Karens. You're going to have your Karens who will tell you what to do with your life. And I wouldn't do that. And I wouldn't say that. Just do this, just say that. And I said this, I did a post earlier today, and it's a quote, and I want to expand upon it. And it's very, very important. I said this on my show the other night, and I just wrote the quote out. But I said right here, I said, here it is. I said, the little bit of control you choose to show the communist is the seed of destruction for you. The little bit of control, just a mask. I'll keep the mask on. I know, just lower the, I agree with the Freedom Convoy. See, what's your horn, guys? What's your horn? What's your horn? What are you doing publicly? People can see and hear you. Enough is enough. I see too many conservatives being cowards. Number 6. There you go. Number 6. That 6 is my favorite. But get this sink in. I want this show to motivate you to say, I'm an American. I love the flag. I love the red, white, and blue cross. I stand for enough of this crap. Just enough. I mean, look, like Lorna just said, go Canada. Who would have ever thought that Canadians are inspiring United States Americans to stand for freedom? Look at my set. You can't discount I Love America between the eagle. It's the only thing about the CBN interview, they covered up the eagle with the CBN logo. If you guys have not seen, I say it humbly, my interview on Christian Broadcast News Network on the Gary Lane show, and then they pulled the section and put it on the News Watch. It's gone viral. It's gone everywhere. Very direct about communism because that's what what it's standing up against in Canada. Communism. Communism shuts down economic movement and control. Before we give you updates real quick, guys, I want to do a commercial break and then we'll give updates. I want to thank all of you that patronize us through the conservativemarketplace.com. That's our main sponsor. You know, obviously radio shows and podcasts have sponsors and so forth, but I want to make sure you guys do visit conservativemarketplace.com. Thank you for looking at all the categories, and 5% of proceeds goes to Heartbeat of Miami. Many of you met Martha Avilli. We raised $22,000 for her organization, which is pretty awesome, right? And so make sure you guys, every time you make a purchase, 5% goes to Heartbeat of Miami. Let me recognize Annette out of South Carolina, Annette and Dave out of South Carolina. We love Annette and Dave, the tremendous patriots. They grabbed the hold of the red, white, and blue bandana for a patriotic pet, right? It's pretty awesome. And then they grabbed the hold of 250 of the Let's Go Brandon CDC vaccination novelty cards. I think that's now surpassed. I think they've given 1,000 of these out, right? I think so. You guys are awesome. They also grabbed the hold of the Healthy Immune Function Pack, give your immune system a boost. That's on the health supplements. They also grabbed the hold of the Apathy Cherry 16-ounce improved sleep and reduced inflammation. Incredible supplement. Remember, we don't pump supplements. We recommend supplements that we personally take. They're recommended by Dr. Krista, by Ian, by Dr. Betsy, and also the joint-free 180 count. Tremendous. So congratulations, Annette and Dave out of South Carolina. And then I want to recognize Barbara. It just came in a little while ago. Barbara grabbed the hold of 10 of the Let's Go Brandon vaccination cards, and also the 5x7 quote card set featuring 7 of my quotes. That's a steal of a deal for only $10. That's a great deal. So guys, visit conservativemarketplace.com and take a look at all the categories, from the hats, the We the People line. Take a look at our shirts. The shirts are awesome. Our We the People Fight Back shirts, the American Patriot on the back, the Fate Stands Fear on shirts is tremendous, and our Conservative Business Journal full line of shirts. I also want to recognize Rose from California, and Rose did a great. I mean, she shopped away from California. She got also the 5x7 set featuring the quotes by myself. 7 of them, only $10. Steal of a deal. She also got 10 vaccination cards. She got the Fate Stands in Fear on bubble free sticker. She got Professor Total's children's books, which are you have kids, grandkids, grab a hold of Total's books. They're on the children's books. The Bye Bye Great Britain, How and Why American Colonists Declared Independence from Great Britain, American 101, reminding us who we are. And also the We the People Are Pissed hat, which is awesome. And Rose from California. Guys, once again, conservativemarketplace.com. Shop away. Thank you for patronizing and supporting. That's our commercial. And when I'm on the radio shows, I know Dr. Betsy was on early when I was in one out of Iowa. Every time I'm on a radio show, I tell people, look, listen to commercials differently. As a conservative, start to listen to commercials on the shows you listen to for news media and say, okay, what companies or businesses that was just advertised can I patronize? Because that's how we shut down the economy, is conservatives supporting conservatives. So when I go through my 3 to 5 minutes of Conservative Marketplace, just don't go somewhere else or text or look around or listen and go, oh, John's going to get back to the show here shortly. Go to the marketplace, conservativemarketplace.com, and you find it's also on our main website, Conservative Business Journal, on the main tab store. And hey, do I have John's books? Do I have all of John's books? Do I have Dr. Chris's book? Do I have all the hats? You know, what the Let's Go Brandon hats, the Let's Go Brandon line? Do I have Jeff's artwork, Jeff Preston's artwork? Take a look at Latasha's Beauty and Skincare, which Latasha and Paul are coming over from the West Coast, and they're a sponsor. They will be live at our Keep the State Red event in Palm Beach Gardens, which is exciting, guys. Support conservatives. Guess what? The government can't stand small business America. They can't control it. I'll tell you right now, at our Palm Beach Gardens event, it's a mask-free environment, and we're gonna have businesses there. Support them. All right, that's my conservative marketplace rant. I rant because I want you guys to understand the depth of it. And tomorrow I'll be on 4 radio shows. Guarantee you, on the morning show I'm on in the morning, I will say that because that's how we shut down the radical left. ConservativeMarketplace.com, guys. Thank you very much, and go in there and share it, support it, and guys, once again, share with your fellow patriots. Pick up some gifts for them. I get so excited about it. And then, Christy, so the update for back to the show. So
the update is Ottawa's mayor has declared a state of emergency over the Freedom Convoy.
Ottawa's mayor have declared a state of emergency over the convoy.
Yeah. So they began withholding their food, fuel, and goods that have sustained the protesters.
So they're going to murder people because it's below zero. I was in a radio show in Canada Friday. It was 26 below. As you know, one of my shows is what is 26 degree below zero and President Trump have in common. I did a whole show about it. So they're keeping the fuel because those guys and gals are in the trucks. That's where they sleep, and it's running the heat. So they're pulling the fuel. Guys, once again, they're trying to kill, steal, and destroy people. It's just a fact. I mean, it is absolutely brutal. It's brutal.
They'll be bringing in 1,800 more cops.
They'll be bringing 1,800 more cops into, and there's been no issues at all from the truckers, except they're fueling up people around the country. They're fueling. Was it? And in Canada and excuse me, and in America, the country here, they're getting people to see. You know what? It's time to step up and step out. I mean, it's so important for all of you, and allow that to motivate you. This is really a show where it's you know what? This is what Di Lemme talks about. We the people. That's what Di Lemme's talking about. And my dad is on. He just said my dad's on listening. You know, when you look at this, and like Lorna says, I heard, but people of guys, what this is going to do. This is going to say to patriots, you're going to step up and step out. If I was in Canada by them, I'd bring them gas. I bring them gas. Guys, you cannot be fearful of taking action because of the media and the Karens. There's way more than us than them. There's way, because what's going to happen? I always say every time walking through the airport, what if everyone who voted for Trump takes a mask off? That's most of the airport. What's the mall cop going to do? Anything? Right?
And then the Ottawa mayor is calling for the nation's military to help. So basically using military against their own citizens.
Using military, which is martial law, against his own citizens. Now, that would never happen in America because we have the Second Amendment. And we have sheriffs. It's going to get real interesting in Canada.
But like America, Black Lives Matter protests and rioting, they do nothing.
Because everyone's so freaking afraid.
That happened in Canada too.
Everyone's so afraid of BLM and the movements. Stand up. Like, you got to see the Turks, the Young Turks, what they said about Pastor Greg Locke is, I would love to debate the Young Turks anytime those three got. Any place, anytime, boys. Any place, anytime. I get fired up, and I'm excited about all of you because it takes one of you listening to say, you know what? It's on, Di Lemme. You know what? I'm going to do something in my life. I'm going to take a stand. I'm going to step out. I'm going to step out. You know, my book, you guys, you should get my first book I wrote. 10 Life Lessons How to Find Your Why Now and Achieve Ultimate Success. What's your why? What's your motive? What's your reason? What's your purpose? What's your why? What's your purpose? How do you wake up and let the government, you have a business. Stop, business owners. Stop letting them tell you how to run your business. Stop it. Stop it. Step out. All of you. You work for companies. There's signs everywhere hiring. You're dissatisfied and frustrated. Leave that job and say, look, I'm a patriot. I believe in being maskless, and I believe it's a bioweapon. I ain't vaxxed up. I'm looking to work somewhere. You got to start speaking different. Right, Christy?
Everybody's hiring down here.
Everybody's hiring. Stop cowing down to the left. All right. The final article for tonight, and this is disgusting that I would even be reading this. Mandatory vaccinations for Team USA Olympic athletes. With the 2022 Winter Olympics being held in communist-ruled China, it is no surprise that the medical authoritarianism we have seen throughout the COVID-19 pandemic will be on display in full force. The International Olympic Committee in China are not requiring all athletes to be fully vaccinated upon arrival. However, those who are vaccinated will receive special privileges. The Olympic athletes who arrive unvaccinated will have to quarantine for 21 days upon arrival. I have to do a whole show on this one. I mean, I have to. I'm going to run through this quickly because it's 45 minutes in this show already tonight. You know what? Can I do? I'm going to do this tomorrow night.
Yeah, you can just
Because, guys, this is all right. Let me read it, but I'm going to unpack it tomorrow for like another 30, 45 minute show because I want the truckers, I think, was so important for all of you. Here we go. 21 days in a hotel with no outside contact is brutal, especially for athletes preparing for the most important competition in their lives. We just published this a few hours ago. Olympic athletes cannot afford to spend nearly a month leading up to the competition in a hotel room. 21 days of an athlete by themselves in a hotel room. These are the top. I remember all my books are written about Olympic athletes. I love the Olympic mindset. I've done a zillion podcasts about that over the years. One of my
That's not just for American athletes, that's for all athletes.
for all athletes that are unvaxxed.
Unvaxxed.
Yeah, unvaxxed athlete. Who's in better shape, Olympic athlete or Fauci? Who's in better shape, them or Biden? Who's in better shape, that freak show from the WHO? How weird does he look? Right? The doctor who runs the WHO and the head of the CDC. Imagine if they had a kid. Think about that for a second. She's nuts, that one from the CDC. Completely nuts. And the WHO guy, the doctor guy, he's a sign of health. Tell him it's not nice. Don't care. Don't listen to me. I'm speaking the truth. Because I get so infuriated when I watch the regular news. I mean, there's such paid pundits. It's brutal. Here we go. Vaccinated competitors who have received their full dosages of the experimental mRNA vaccine are considered safe and will not be forced to undergo any quarantining. This policy of treating vaccinated individuals as safe and unvaccinated individuals as dangerous to society is pure manipulation. And let me add in segregation. When you talk about racism, that's racism. They look at the vax as one race and unvax as another race. Is that racism, Christy?
Yeah, it's segregation.
I mean, it's segregation. I mean, they're like, it's
somewhat like racism.
I mean, it's just horrible. Guys, this is going on in the Olympics. And it's difficult for me to say this. I hope I'm wrong. I know Dr. Betsy's listening live. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I say, you know what, Di Lemme? I'm glad. There's tens of thousands of athletes who are vaxxed. The potential for some of them to drop dead there is very high. And Dr. Betsy, she's writing like 57 results of the vax. Now, look, that's a difficult. Do I want to say that, Christy? No. I don't want to say that, but I have to speak the truth about the bioweapon. And we'll cover that on the show this week with Dr. Betsy. So here we go. It's horrible. The Olympic athletes who receive the vaccination are just as likely to spread COVID variants like Omicron. Therefore, the only policy result of quarantining unvaccinated athletes is to coerce them into getting the mRNA jab before the Olympic competition. It's all it is, coercion, mafia tactics. Although the International Olympic Committee and China are not explicitly mandating vaccines, all Team USA athletes must be vaxxed to travel to Beijing. That's just freaking unbelievable. The United States Olympics and Paralympic Committee made it mandatory for all USA competitors to be vaccinated to travel to Beijing, while the USOPC claimed they would allow athletes to obtain medical or religious exemptions to the vaccine mandate. We have seen how little leftists respect such exemptions before. To push for experimental vaccinations is extremely dangerous, especially for athletes. Key word there, especially for athletes. Look, I'll say respectfully. I'll be 57 this year. I work out every day. I'm in top physical shape. It's just a result of what I do. Many of you guys know me. I train every day. I eat very healthy. I do 57 push-ups every day. I row 5K. That's my minimum workout. My body responds very quickly if I eat some crap or obviously I don't drink or do drugs. If I ever took that crap, I don't know what would happen to my body. Right, Christy? Yeah. Because, when something's very healthy and you put something toxic in it, you get, like, if I had one beer, I'll probably be annihilated because I haven't had alcohol in I don't know how long. Look, I'm just trying to use an example. These are Olympic athletes. These are kids that are the Olympic athlete is an unbelievable human specimen by God of someone who focuses. I've done a whole chapter in my 7 Principles book. I mean, the forward is written by an Olympic athlete. I've had Olympic athletes come out to my events and speak over the years. Now, who would have thought that? I mean, who would have thought that I'm doing a show combining a 45-mile truck convoy and the United States mandatory vaccinations for athletes? If you don't think we're in a war, then you better really wake up. Seriously. So here we go. This is crazy. The United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee made it mandatory for all USA competitors to be vaccinated to travel to Beijing, while the USOPC claimed they would allow athletes to obtain medical or religious exemptions to the vaccine mandate. We have seen how little leftists respect such exemptions before. To continue, the push for experimental vaccination is extremely dangerous, especially for athletes. One of the most severe side effects of the COVID vaccine is myocarditis, the inflammation of the heart. No profession pushes the heart's capacity to function as hard as professional athletes. Even as I read this, it's brutal. Since the administration of the COVID-19 vaccines, we have seen a shocking number of athletes collapsing while on the field. Look, we just published this. Your friends, it's not true. I don't believe that. Okay. Well, I just read this on the news. Where's the second page? I got all wound up. Here it is. Guys, once again, do you have this in your inbox to send out? We put this in Telegram, right? It's also on my Facebook profile. It's just also be going out to everyone on my email database tomorrow. It's on our front homepage of Conservative Business Journal. It's on a news feed on Cloud Hub. This, guys, you already have family, friends, and co-workers, people you love, even people from church. Maybe people from church that don't believe this. I'm praying for faith, wearing a mask, all jacked up on Vaxed. It's great. It's real faith. So get this out to them. This is real news. And it continued. The information of the heart. Since administration of the COVID-19 vaccine, we have seen a shocking number of athletes collapsing while on the field. Oh, John, I don't believe that. Okay, keep reading. 3 soccer players collapsed in a single week. In November 2021, due to heart-related issues, Charles White, 28, collapsed during practice. John Fleck, 30, dropped on the field at reading. Lastly, Adama Traore, 25, grabbed his chest and collapsed during a Champions League game against Madrid. Read it, share it. It is no coincidence that we have seen such high rates of athletes succumbing to serious heart-related issues following mRNA vaccination implementation. Last November, a report showed that in 2021, 13 soccer players collapsed and died while playing. In no other year have more soccer players died in the field. Can I say that again? You won't hear this on any news and media outlet, and the same guy and the same group that won't say, let's go Brandon on a show, they'll never say this. I don't want Facebook to shadow ban me. How about that, right? What a joke. This guy is a joke. He's a joke. And he won't say, let's go Brandon. And when I heard that, there's certain things in life that God will put these things in front of you to receive it. When I heard that, I'm like, that's just insane that this guy won't say it. Won't say it. That's awesome. I just saw Fran just came. Fran from West Palm. Fran B just said, please get one more ticket for Keep Your State Red. Guys, our Keep Your State Red event, Palm Beach Gardens, Saturday, March 5th, limited to 100. We might sell it out 3 weeks in advance. If you guys are not reserved for it, go to keepthestatered.com. keepthestatered.com. And you're going to see you'll hear from Dr. Betsy live, Dr. Krista live, and you'll also hear from Dr. Michael Hunter. We have a lot of doctors there that night. Dr. Betsy, Dr. Krista, Dr. Frank, Dr. John, Dr. Ian, right? Dr. Ira will be there. We got doctors everywhere. But guys, look at this. This is amazing. 13 soccer players, because as a soccer athlete. What's Betsy Lever?
It's because Betsy could have gone pro.
She could have gone pro. NCAA Division I champion athlete. And that's why soccer is one of the top athletes. Your heart rate's going through your roof. You're running. It's like lacrosse and hockey. Your heart's going constantly. And Dr. Michael Hunter actually played in a World Cup in soccer. He was the first Jamaican soccer player drafted by Sweden to play in the World Cup. Oh, Dr. Michael Hunter is awesome. It's gonna be an amazing event. He's a patriot. It's on, guys. Continue reading. With the restrictions on unvaccinated athletes at the 2022 Winter Olympics, it is expected that the high majority of Olympians will be vaccinated. It will be tragic but unsurprising if Olympians experience heart complications during competition. However, don't expect the mainstream media to cover it. They're not going to cover it, guys. They're not going to cover it. And then in this, I actually have the first show I did with Karen Kingston way back when Karen unleashed for like 2 hours about the bioweapon. Guys, this is an article you want to share.
Betsy said it's actually 108 soccer players dead from Vaxed, 300 collapsed.
Dr. Betsy, stop being a doctor and join my media team. We pay good. We just paid our writers today, right? We pay our writers on Monday. So Dr. Betsy, write this week. We'll pay you next Monday. So guys, when you support that, we actually run a media company. We actually did payroll today. We actually paid people. We run a media company. We pay people to get these news articles out. We do what we do. That's why, guys, once again, as we wrap this up, I believe this is a show you're going to want to re-listen to. And real quick, I actually received this from the My Pillow team today. I want to show my man Mike Lindell. He's got a great new commercial, Mike, right? So here's my man Mike.
CEO of My Pillow. Retailers, shopping channels, and now even banks have tried to cancel myself and My Pillow. During these times, your support has meant everything to us. My employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you by passing the savings directly on to you. For example, you can get my Giza Dream bed sheets for as low as $39.99 a set.
By the way, Chris, how good are the Giza sheets?
Terrific.
Those sheets right there. As I stop Mike right there, you go to mypillow.com, use promo code CBJ or call 800-947-2108 and you see right in the screen promo code CBJ. Thank you for Mike's team sending us to us this morning. Dawn is awesome. And those Giza sheets are freaking awesome. If you don't have them in your home, on your bed, I'll tell you something, get them. They're phenomenal. And everybody, well, if you know, Christy and I took a personal tour of Mike's warehouse in Minnesota, spent the whole day with Mike up there. His when you purchase that, everybody wins. All the 2,500 employees at Mike's company wins. Ultimately, you sleep like a friggin' polar bear, right? The sheets are incredible. I had to pause it during that because they're so good. So you guys can use promo code CBJ on mypillow.com or call 800-947-2108 to continue with Mike.
That's a savings of 60% and the lowest price in history. And remember, they're made with the world's best cotton, grown where the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River all meet. They come with my 10-year warranty, and I guarantee they'll be the most comfortable sheets you'll ever own. So go to mypillow.com now and use the promo code on your screen or call the 1-800 number below to get my Giza Dream bed sheets for as low as $39.99, the lowest price in history.
Guys, 800-947-2108. Use promo code CBJ, the lowest price in history. How awesome is Mike, right? Mike Lindell is a true champion, as you know, guys. At our event, he sent 250 books down as gifts to all of you. So return a gift, mypillow.com, promo code CBJ. Mike is absolutely awesome.
And Kathy asked about the GoFundMe of over, I believe it's $10 million for the truckers. GoFundMe shut it down.
Yep.
And they were going to, instead of refunding everybody, they were going to give it to different charities. But Ron DeSantis said he was going to have them investigated for fraud.
Yeah.
Now they've refunded everyone.
Yeah. I mean, fraud. I mean, guys, you got to realize it's guys. That's why this convoy. It's 45 miles long. I believe tonight's show is one of the best shows we've done to date. Why? Because someone's going to hear this and make a decision. Someone's going to say to themselves, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to fight for this country like no tomorrow. I'm going to make a decision to step out and step out. So I'm going to step up and step out. Look at Mike Lindell, massively canceled. Look at what went on with us. But guess what? Big problem, big opportunity. So, guys, phenomenal show. Make sure all of you share the article. Make sure you guys, and what I did, I just downloaded, little secret. I went to Google Play on my Android. Same as you go to Google Play and search Conservative Business Journal for podcast. It's free, the app. Subscribe. all of you guys know that we're ranked in the top 1% of all out of 2.7 million podcasts. We just got news today through the grapevine of all the tracking. We're probably going to be ranked in the top 0.05% of podcasts. We have millions and millions of downloads over the years, and it's being consistent and getting real content. And guys, remember, every morning, Evan, once again, who's on payroll, been one of our employees for close to 4 years, you will find on your app, usually by 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., the audio from our show is on the app. And all the episodes I've done with Dr. Betsy, you could put Betsy's last name in EADS, search it. All 13 episodes come up. We're going to break that number this week and go to 14. You put in Dr. Chris's last name, they all come up. Put Lindell. I've had Mike on my show 4 times. Listen to Lindell's episodes. I mean, I can go on and on and on. This is why you have to get the real news in, you guys. And you are, to me, you're the media. Tonight, take these 2 articles. Truckers fight back. Thousands of Canadian freedom truckers and civilians protest vaccine mandate. Take this. I want to challenge you. Send it to 5 people. Imagine if just 100 of you do that. That's 500 people reading the real news. You don't hear about the truckers on any news. And then take anything good. It's all negative. And you'll never. And we just published this a few hours ago. Once again, I'm going to unpack this even more tomorrow night. The mandatory vaccinations for Team USA Olympic athletes. You will not see this anywhere. All you see in the local news is that now there's 8 cases of the Omicron variant, number 8. There's 8 cases of Omicron number 2. In case you guys think I'm kidding, I did a quick video last night about it. So here it is here. Just so you know what? No, John, you're kidding. There's 8 cases. I guarantee tonight there's going to be 25 cases of the Omicron variant number 2. That's horrible. Here we go. How about Mike's commercial? You guys, once again, write it down. MyPillow.com. Promo code CBJ. Hey, maybe tonight is not your night to invest in MyPillow product. There's over 250 items. But maybe tomorrow, week after, gifts, anniversary gifts, whatever. Because you see the codes everywhere. We appreciate you using code CBJ, especially those of you who came out to the event. Mike sent all those books as a gift to 250 books to all of you guys. So make sure you guys bless Mike, and those geezer sheets are unreal. So here's here's the update from the news last night. A little bonus video with me.
A bunch of nonsense. Here we go.
Has been detected here in our state. Dr. Larry Bush says 8 cases of Omicron 2, or the stealth Omicron, have been detected here in South Florida. He says while this variant appears to be more contagious than Omicron, it does not produce a more severe illness, and the vaccines are providing protection against it.
Watch this guy.
I think there'll be another surge because, as we know, we're now seeing Omicron 2, or whatever you want to call it, stealth Omicron or BA2.
Did you see what he said? Omicron 2. 8 cases. 8 cases. They ain't stopping. They ain't stopping that crap.
And that's more contagious than Omicron. And we still have a third of the country that's not been vaccinated, and probably a large part of the country.
How's the vax working?
That's not been naturally infected. So we'll probably see another uptick.
The CDC is reporting.
So we got Omicron 2, Omicron 3, stealth, non-vaccinated. It's unbelievable. Absolutely complete fiasco. If you don't think that's a fiasco, stealth, Omicron, guys, wake up. It's communism. It ain't never stopping. COVID update. Let me give you my COVID update for Conservative Business Journal. Been a scam, always a scam. Vax is not a vaccine. It's a weapon. Remember, we're at war. Communists use weapons.
Here in
Omicron
South
2.
He says
Local 25 News. We have to watch the red.
while this variant appears to be more contagious than Omicron.
How crazy is that, right? Guys, I believe this is a power pack 1-hour show tonight. Appreciate you guys sharing it. Once again, conservative, every time I'm on a radio show, they always end the shows with commercial breaks. Conservativemarketplace.com. We appreciate you going here, patronizing, shopping around, sharing it, sharing the all the items on it. Thank you guys for taking these 2 articles that we unpacked, we reported from tonight. I believe all of you should download the Truckers Horn app, right? And play for yourself and say to yourself, you know what? What am I doing today? Like, I mean, as you put a mask on and walk into business, play this in your ear. Take your mask off. Take your friggin' mask off in this country already. Because that's the beginning of nonsense. And still, do you own a business? Start running ads. Patriot company searching for, look, we want a mask-free vaccine. I would never do that. Then don't do it. But someone's listening who's going to do that. And some of you guys got wind also in my book. I do high-end conservative consulting for businesses. Some of you have identified that. Those of you who run a conservative business, touch base. Any interest in taking your business to the next level, let us know, because it's time that we conservatives crush it. My book is a must-read. I'm very serious. Chapter 7, you're a business owner, entrepreneur. Chapter 7, you learn it, study it, implement it, your business will quadruple. Guess who hates that? The government hates your business growing. And you know what happens when your business grows? Satisfied customers. Satisfied customers, clients, guests. It's phenomenal. I get wound up. All right, guys. Tomorrow's a massive day of media. Make sure you guys follow me on Telegram at CBJ Real News, Cloud Hub at CBJ Real News, and follow and subscribe. We've got now close to 3,000 views on Cloud. I'm sure this one's going to go. This one will be up to probably 20, 30,000 by tomorrow. Facebook might be 100 views. How about Facebook, though? But guys, all of you guys in Facebook, share. Take it and share it. Aggravate everybody. Share this everywhere. Share it and make sure you have these articles. Look, no one's going to see this. Get this out everywhere. Any questions, call or text us at 561-847-3467. Guys, good night. God bless you. Great show. Phenomenal show. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you, Dr. Betsy, for the comments. Thank you for that's right, Liv. It's been 2 years of the mask crap. It's over. Guys, be your own convoy. The largest convoy was 5 miles. It's 45 miles now. It's going to be 70 miles soon. And I believe they're going to drive right over Trudeau's house soon. Right? I mean, enough is enough. You're very welcome, Michelle. I'll see you, Michelle, live at the Palm Beach Gardens event. It's going to be a great event locally. Keep the state red. We were doing those back in 2020. And before the election. All right, guys. Good night. God bless you. And we will see you soon. And make sure you got Giza sheets tonight when you go to bed. Yes, do I have Giza sheets? If not, mypillow.com, promo code CBJ.
And the duvet cover.
And what is it called?
The duvet.
Duvet. Sounds like an Italian food.
The blanket.
The blanket, duvet. Mike's got 250 items on mypillow.com. That's awesome. And also, my book's available on Mike's site too, by the way, in the store. So, guys, with that said, good night. God bless you. You're awesome. Making sure I covered everything. Any other comments you want me to read from Rumble or Cloud Hub or anywhere? Guys are rocking. Let's see here. That's good. It's a good show. It's rocking. Truckers fight back. It's so awesome. I like what Dr. Eid said. Truckers are the backbone of American e-commerce. They're going, man. Guys. People always say, Di Lemme, what's the plan? God's going to move. Guess what? God moved by speaking to someone for the convoy. God's going to move to speak to you. God's going to move. That's the plan. That's the plan. Stop giving like $1 million to all these nonprofit organizations that are election fraud. What are they doing, right, Christy? God's going to look at what the truckers. Imagine if the truckers are going to say all the money people blown through and all these wannabe candidates and wannabe crap. Imagine if all that money went to truckers. I mean, let that sink in. This isn't a game. So, guys, good night. God bless you. See you, Colleen. See you, Michelle. See you, Lorraine. You're awesome. See you, Dr. Betsy. Good night, guys. God bless you. My dad's on. He's fired up. I got to show the pictures of my dad. Got his new We the People shirt, right? He loves a We the People shirt. All right, it's on. In closing, Truck Horn Sound 6, Kika apps. It's just awesome. Love you guys. God bless you. See ya. That's number 3 is the best app. All right, guys. See ya.